If nothing else, I was hoping that this would be one day what the railway would look like. Just a seemingly timeless piece of whatever landscape it's found itself in. Just quietly sitting as, well, as whatever it is. And there's no better time than autumn for something to look properly worn in. Makes it even look like this area isn't lacking ballast, which it is. And again, still ends there. Perhaps it will reach that brush pile one day. I had to do some stone repairs here, some of the, just about there, and I think somewhere around here, the retaining wall had slipped a little bit, and there's, of course, the wooden planking that's had to prevent the washout of the gravel. I think the culvert isn't quite doing its job as directing the water, however, it is still holding up, so I suppose I can't complain there, it has not collapsed. Stones over here are all right. Switches still need actual switch stands or something to actuate them. That siding is pretty well submerging into the lawn. There's grass and everything overtaking it, but then again, I never intended it otherwise. Cleaned up around here, got rid of a lot of the brambles and prickle bushes. This was entirely overgrown with raspberries, so it's at least cleaner now. I still need to rake again. The leaves are going to swallow it back up once more. And the material pile always needs organization, although it's a lot better than it was. And there is still, in fact, plenty of channel here, but it's been laying idle, as has the locomotive. Although what hasn't been idle is that one of the things that was diverting my attention was moving the generator over here, as evidenced by my last video about riveting, is that this provides the power for that large press that's in there. So I had to do all this gas piping and electric wiring, so that was quite a lot to do. But the generator makes 3-phase, and it runs the 10 horsepower press motor quite well. So I can't complain about that either. It's quite a machine. And is that in the future, is that it'll make doing any more of this riveting quite a lot easier. The really old line is pretty much non-existent anymore, evidenced by the grass. And really the only thing that's left is the thicket of white snake root that's over where the gravel used to be. There's a little bit of the T-post still left in there, is that the hasn't completely gone. Switch stand is still there, and is that actually the very old cart is also hiding back here still. And there's the very couple remnants of the rails still here. The switch is gone. That's actually up front. And I think the rails that this cart is still sitting on, a couple of them. But yeah, this is pretty much completely and totally overgrown, which again is sort of the sort of where I was aiming to get anyway. So the project is in its full-fledged industrial ruin form, and so it shall remain. At least this point. I will certainly be cleaning this up and keeping it free of the weeds. This can stay though. Cart 8 is looking a little worse for wear. There's a lot of rot here, and the front is also starting to rot out. But the metal's in okay shape, so I guess the tub will need to be rebuilt, but it'll again remain in its weathered state for now. The tracks still do make it to the front driveway, but I have had to remove the switch here as it was getting in the way, and I intended to set it in concrete, but that did not come to fruition quick enough. And other news is that, speaking of riveting, is I made a couple of these beams as a demonstration piece about a month ago, or actually less than a month ago. So that was a lot of fun to do, is that just showing people the technique of riveting, and I've shown a video of it here before, so it's been done. I will have to get the engine back in operation again, but there's going to have to be a lot of checking and renewing of things.